Once in the zoo lived a beautiful elephant named Martha. For many years, she was the object of admiration for visitors who loved to watch her gracefulness and impressive size. However, suddenly Martha noticeably changed her behavior. The elephant became slightly withdrawn and strangely curled up at the edge of her enclosure. She refused to eat and drink, and her eyes expressed sadness and unhappiness. Zoologists and zoo staff were completely puzzled, not knowing what to do with Martha. Martha's sadness continued for several days until one early morning, a meeting occurred that changed the situation. Martha saw a volunteer named Alexei, who always fed and cared for her. He was her most attentive observer and knew her habits well. However, time passed and Alexei took a few weeks off to rest and recharge. It was during this time that Martha began to show signs of strange behavior, expressing her dissatisfaction. She even refused to approach other staff members, continuing her meaningless and restless existence. When Alexei finally returned to the zoo, he was overwhelmed with happiness and joy. He immediately headed to Martha's enclosure, feeling that something was wrong. When the elephant noticed him and heard his voice, she began to move and raised her head with a glimmer of hope. Alexei instantly understood that Martha missed him and felt a lack of his presence. He reached out his hand to her, and Martha gently waved her trunk, expressing gratitude for his return. From that moment on, a complete change in Martha's behavior began. Returning to her familiar environment, Martha became active and lively again. She happily accepted food from Alexei, who gradually restored the close bond they had developed over time. Martha walked around the enclosure, demonstrating her grace to people. She again participated in shows for visitors, dancing and waving her trunk in greeting. Thanks to the revival of Martha and Alexei's friendship, the zoo was able to bring back joy and happiness to the elephant, as well as provide visitors with a unique opportunity to observe the beauty and cute dance of this majestic creature.